festive mood on a Monday as we've got a post Super Bowl Monday. It's a blue Monday in studio as we're both coordinated here. Tara's got the blue. I've got the blue on for a triumphant win for one of our good friends in the Super Bowl. Mr. Devin Dixon and the Seahawks are your Super Bowl. I'm giving Devin Dixon the title of Super Bowl champion too.
Oh, okay.
Because this studio was supporting, at least half the studio was supporting, and you were on the Patriots side. But at the at the end of the day, the Seahawks reign supreme. They are your NFL champions of the 2025-6 season with a really, a dominant win. Like, if you want to talk about a dominant Super Bowl win over the course of the last 10 Super Bowls, 15 Super Bowls, this was one of the more dominant. The Patriots didn't score on the first 10 offensive possessions.
Yeah.
They were largely contained by what was a swarming MOB, as the double calls them. The mob defense was just all over Drake May. He was sacked. You were commenting, we watched some of the game together. You were commenting on how many times he was sacked. Just the amount of 6 times.
The most in Super Bowl history.
Wow. See, and that's just how dominant this defense was all season long. And a lot of people could read the tea leaves and see that it was coming. 70% of the public money was on the Seahawks minus the 4.5 in the game. So a lot of people saw this coming. I think the Patriots, it was a dream season, 14-3. You were picking not top 5 the year before with Jerod Mayo as your coach. Instead, you bring in Vrabel. You bring in a lot of pieces this year. Will Campbell, who was a great player for him, but didn't play great last night. But the Patriots team was built in a way for sustainability. I think they'll be back.
They will.
I think they'll be back with a super young quarterback who was one vote away from winning the MVP, much to your chagrin, of course.
Right.
But, it was a magical season for what was one of the best years in Patriots' recent history since Bill Belichick and Tom Brady left.
Right.
But Kenneth Walker, Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, who was hurt in the game, came back. They just had enough firepower offensively, just enough.
Just enough. They were pretty contained the whole time, too.
They were.
Darnold wasn't,
lighting
great.
It up.
No.
Yeah. No, he was not. He was not lighting it up. It was 202 yards for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
One touchdown, no interceptions. He was only sacked one time. Yeah. So Sam Darnold was kept clean in the pocket.
He was.
The offensive line for the Seahawks did a really good job protecting him throughout the game. They also did an amazing job opening up holes for K9, as Devin calls him. 27 carries, 135 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry with a long of 30 on the game. He was electric in the rushing game and then in the receiving game. 2 catches for 26 yards, averaging 13 a catch. So Kenneth Walker was your MVP. He was the most valuable player in many ways. As far as running the football, blocking for Sam Darnold in the pass game, he was a great picking up blocks and blitzers. So I thought Walker was the best recipient for this award.
I agree. Yeah.
We were talking, I was at the Hawks Nest for the second half.
Right.
I went to your house for the first half. Well, I must say, great food, great atmosphere. It was a very nice time. Then went over to... Wanted to go over to the Hawks Nest for the second half if the Seahawks were leading at halftime.
We're up.
Because I knew it would be kind of a doom and gloom type scenario if they were down at halftime. So I decided to go over there, make the trip over, not a far drive. And when I get there, everyone's in good spirits. They're up 9-0. They're feeling great. Still not a single touchdown scored in this game. And then the floodgates opened in the second half. They started to really 17 points in the fourth quarter they poured in. That was a big quarter for them. They also had a long run by Kenneth Walker called back for a holding that would have put the game over the total. So it goes 5 points under the 46.5, depending on what you got it at whenever the game kicked off. But it was a defensive slugfest throughout. The Patriots defense played well too.
They did. They were really great.
To say that the Seahawks were dominant offensively all game would be incorrect.
Oh yeah,
because
they held them to 9 points, 3 field goals in the first half. So they were good.
They were very good.
But you can't be on the field the entire time and keep performing at a high level. So yeah, they burnt out in the second half.
They did. And Drake May, his stat line, 27 of 43, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. sacked 8
and
times.
1 fumble.
So, or sacked 6 times, I'm sorry,
yeah.
for 43 lost yards. So it was kind of a tough slog for Drake May throughout the game. Really didn't help him that his running backs, Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, combined for 42 yards rushing.
Yeah, they couldn't get anything going.
The Seahawks
They couldn't
defensive
get past
line.
that. Yeah, that Seahawks line.
That line of DeMarcus Lawrence and Leonard Williams and all the pieces along that. Nwosu had a pick for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, they just were so swarming throughout the game, dominant. They couldn't let anybody get open. The only receiver that had any kind of success against these Seahawks was Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't Stephon Diggs. He ended with 37. It wasn't Hunter Henry. He had 31. It wasn't even Boutte, who had 21. You know, it wasn't the normal cast of characters for the Patriots performing. They went all the way down the script to Mac Hollins, who had 78 yards and a touchdown, by the way, on 8 targets with 4 catches. So he played a good game, but he just didn't get enough help from the other receivers in the receiving corps. I mean, it was just kind of a total dominant effort in the second half, I'll say. You know, even though the Patriots were able to score 13 points in the fourth quarter, it was largely in garbage time. So Seahawks are your Super Bowl LX champions as they win 29-13 over the Patriots in a game that it was fun. I thought it was a fun game. It was boring at times. I mean, it kind of dragged on. If you weren't a Seahawks or Patriots fan, I was asking people, friends and stuff, texting, where do you rate this game out of 10?
Even your parents were like, this is terrible. This is so boring.
That's right. It was slow in the first half.
Yeah.
It really was. It didn't take off for a while. It took a little bit for the game to get its feel. You know, every game there's a feeling out process from both teams. But really, the feeling out process lasted the whole first half.
Yeah.
Because the defenses were just so good.
They were good. Yeah.
And, you know, you got to give credit where credit's due to the Patriots defense.
Oh, Williams was lights out for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a great game for their defense. And, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Milton Williams, right?
Yes.
The lineman?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a stud.
He was.
He was a monster
crazy
out there.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of defensive
He
linemen.
was all over the place.
He was. Like
Great coverage.
Great bursting through the line, great penetration, tackles in the backfield. He was all over the place. He was, if the Patriots would have won, he would have been an MVP candidate the way he played.
Been. Yeah.
So 29-13, your final. What were some of your other takeaways as far as just the atmosphere, the pageantry of the game? We saw a lot of people. It looked like a packed house there in Levi's Stadium, as every Super Bowl is. But I did not.
Sold out, yeah.
It sold out, and it seemed like it was more of a Seahawks-heavy crowd. I feel like they knew they were going to win this Super Bowl a little bit. So they kind of...
Well, and San Francisco's a lot closer to Seattle than... obviously New England.
You're right.
So
You're right. I didn't take
it's
it as
easier
a travel.
to make that trip, you know. But yeah, it felt like it was dominantly
largely
Seahawk fans. Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's just my glance from watching the game.
Right.
And
most of the country hates the Patriots, like unless you're from New England.
Yeah.
Everybody else hates the Patriots. So.
I mean, your husband commented to my parents. They were like, we're not New England people. We don't root.
And he's like, nobody is.
I think my dad said us East Coasters are not real big New England fans. And,
right.
and that's kind of how it is back there.
Yeah.
They've been so successful for so long.
Yeah.
And people resent the fact that they realistically had a very short rebuild. It was only 1 or 2 years.
Right.
From the end of Brady to now, it's been maybe 5 years of irrelevancy, but now you're right back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 5 years might be a little bit of a, over or under a little bit, but
I was thinking about 6.
Maybe
Hasn't
6.
It been 6.
It might be 6. Check the last game Brady played for the Patriots if you could. But from that time period to now, the Patriots have rebuilt and are again one of the elite teams in the NFL. And that's crazy to think about, that you could lose a Hall of Fame coach, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and then go right back to winning once again. So they really are a dynasty in American sports, as far as the run that Bill and Tom went on, and now they're right back. They're just one of the consummate great franchises in the NFL. But it's a Blue Monday for a reason. The Seahawks dethroned the New England Patriots in the biggest game of the season, the biggest stage. I mean, it was just such a fun game to take in as a friend of a fan of the Seahawks, you know?
Right.
Like the whole Seahawks Hawks nest at Devin's house last night was going crazy. He had his brother there, a lot of his family there. They were enjoying the game, and it's just nice to see one go through the hoop for your friends.
Yeah.
You know,
I am happy for him.
Yeah, I know you wanted the Patriots for your own things that you predicted this summer and things like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we gotta just take a moment and just be happy for the Hawks nest, for Blue Monday. It's not a Blue Monday though for everybody here, but it was a Blue Monday for me and Tara, and I thought it'd be for Devin.
I just wore blue for fun.
Well, still,
it wasn't for Devin. They're the Seahawks.
That's right.
It's just my favorite color.
Oh, I get you. Well, that's fine too, but it is a Blue Monday in all respects. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and get the show started and recap more Super Bowl, get into the best things, some of the Region 9 from over the week. And how about Utah Tech? They are facing their biggest week of the Division I era. We'll get into that coming up right after this quick break.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It is a good day to celebrate and take it all in. Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champs. Devin joining the show. Better late than never. Better
Devin joining the show.
yeah, checking in.
I got an excuse. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
That's right. That's right. You get a little party time, buddy.
Yeah. So fun. So fun.
You loved it so much you went and watched it again.
The second time.
I did. I couldn't sleep last night.
That's amazing that you watched a whole 4-hour game again.
Yeah, well, I mean,
well, you skipped through the commercials and stuff. But
speaking of commercials,
yeah, there were some good ones.
There was some good ones, but underwhelming as a whole. Like maybe it's because I didn't care about the commercials as much this year because I had a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
There was a couple really good ones though. But I thought there was less laugh out louds than normal for a Super Bowl. But I thought that the Super Bowl commercials did a really good job of grabbing your attention.
They did.
There was some memorable ones, and if you're thinking in your head right now, do I remember the Coinbase commercial? Do I remember the Death Water, the Liquid IV? I mean, if you can remember the commercial, they did a pretty good job branding with just one ad because you're not getting frequency.
No.
You're getting reach. You're reaching all these people once. So you got one chance to make an impact. Yes.
Yeah. And Tara showed me a really funny one.
I bookmarked some. I bookmarked my favorites.
What was your favorite one?
There was the prostate cancer one.
That
was hilarious.
Funny.
The tight end
one. Have you seen that one?
I don't know if I remember that one.
They had Tony Gonzalez and all these tight ends, and it was fun.
I don't think I saw that one.
We need to play that one.
I must have been either getting
it was second. I didn't see it either, so she showed me this morning, and it was hilarious. So this was funny. So we'll play this for the YouTube streamers as well, and you haven't seen this either.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Seeing tight ends this relaxed.
I am so relaxed.
Okay, we're going to skip forward just a little bit.
Roughly 1 in 8 men would be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I was one of them. I'm here today because I caught it early. Gronk, what'd I teach you?
Relax your tight end. Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple blood test.
Find out if a PSA blood test is right for you and relax.
That's really good.
You see all their clenched tight ends.
Really good. No wonder you like that one, Tara. Not surprised.
I liked the Neil Diamond one stuff too. With all the old Seinfeld and Friends cast and all that.
Oh, okay. I think I missed that one.
Oh, wow.
I missed a lot of them.
Yeah, well, you were moving around.
I was moving, and
you
I was
party hopping
at the
last night.
Hawk's Nest last night. It was on fire up there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't over till it was over, but
there was a lot of nervousness until it kind of opened up a little bit. I think you guys knew in the fourth quarter that it was going your way.
Never trailed
wire to wire
in the playoffs. What did we trail in the playoffs? No turnovers for the Seattle Seahawks the entire playoffs.
Yeah. That's a clean sheet.
That was impressive.
Against the Niners, against the Rams. And what did I say on Friday? What did I say? I said 30-17. It was 29-13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said 27-20.
Yeah.
And then Tara had the Patriots.
I gave the Patriots offense too much respect against our defense.
Yeah.
I thought they could score 17 points. I was disappointingly wrong.
I know.
Come on, Mike Verbal. Let's go.
Coach of the year, Mike Verbal.
Yeah.
The real coach of the year has got the Super Bowl championship. Mike McDonald, Vrabel would tell you he got outcoached last night.
I would say
outplayed.
He did.
Outcoached. I thought Mike McDonald outcoached Josh McDaniel. Josh McDaniel's offensive play calling was stymied all night long by the Seattle defense. I think that's one of the stories within the stories.
I think it is, and I think the fact that he was sacked so many times.
Well, Seattle blitzed more than normal last night.
Because they generally just bring their front four. They normally just bring their front four defenders, right?
Devin Witherspoon, he's probably blitzed 8-10 times all year, maybe tops. I don't even think it was that much. I mean, and they turned him loose last night, and they sent Worry a little bit less. Amanda Worry, I think, was not quite 100%. He was toughened through that ankle. He was moving pretty good.
He was.
Didn't see a noticeable limp, but I think that was part of the equation, right? So I think they were like, we got a fresh and hungry Witherspoon. Let's turn Spoon loose. All right, let's talk about this game from the jump, though. Seattle imposed their will, and they made things very difficult. Jason Myers, Super Bowl record 5 field goals. So if you didn't have, I think you talked about this, Paul, if you didn't have your team playing and you were just one of the millions and millions and millions watching for a good game, maybe you wanted to shoot out, you didn't really get an entertaining game because of how good Seattle's defense was.
That's right.
And it took until the second half for Seattle's offense to finally put one in the end zone by the A.J. Barner touchdown, the barnyard going to work. And then you got the defensive touchdown, which I thought that was a good likelihood.
Yeah.
They had done that in 2 of their last 3 Super Bowl appearances. To get Spoon to hit the arm, Drake May under duress like he was most of the night, and then have it go right to Nwosu.
Yeah.
Who
takes it back 44 yards.
That was probably the nicest little 44-yard stroll Nwosu's ever had in his life.
Yeah.
Like, that's better than a stroll at sunset with your wife or your significant other walking on the beach in Maui. I'm telling you what, that stroll on a interception return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl, that's the stroll you want to take.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the memorable one.
Better than any walk in the park you'll ever
100%.
Yeah. Or the beach or anywhere for that matter.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We'll get to big deal, no big deal coming up in just a second. There's a couple other things from this game that really stood out. One was the coaching. I thought Seattle, outcoached, outplayed the Mike Verbal. I'm going to call him Mike Verbal from now on. I decided the gerbil Mike Verbal.
No, it's horrible.
Oh no!
I will give some credit. Do we have that Drake May clip? I will give credit to Drake May right now because he stood in there. He's a young guy. He's a second-year guy. He got his shoulder shot up. They weren't really. They were pretty mum, and I think people knew it was not 100% healthy. It's the throwing shoulder, and. He was emotional in the post game. I want you to give. I would play with this guy on my team.
Yeah.
Any day, anywhere. Yeah. Because he cares.
Yeah. They say he was taking quite a few things to be able to even get on the field.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was crazy.
He's young. He's not missing his first Super Bowl.
No, he's not going to miss
it.
it.
Doc, get me ready.
Get me out there.
Whatever
it takes.
I don't want to know what you're putting in my body. Just make me so I can play.
That's right.
I don't care if I'm bionic Monday morning when I wake up. Just I want to play in the Super Bowl. And this kid from North Carolina, at one point during the game, there was a graphic him and his dad going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A few years ago when he was a young man.
I think it was the Delome Super Bowl against the Patriots. That same thing way back when,
Yep, he was just a young lad in North Carolina, dreaming about someday getting his opportunity. This is post-game. Let's go right to this clip. I'll react to it after you hear it. I want you to hear his tone, his emotion, and then the words coming out of his mouth, because there's a couple that really stood out to me.
Make the place, and we have great people all around to help us, support staff, and great fan base. Just glad to have this uniform on and look forward to getting back and play another one.
You've been on so many teams in your life, Drake. Has one affected you as much as this group, like this level of emotion? Have you kind of been in this place before?
You're at the highest stage, the highest level, so it's hard to kind of, put that in comparison to others. I think it's with the business at this level, but it's more than that. It's more than that. In a game like this, and I think that's about it. It's more than a business. There's people in there that are doing it, not for the money or the fame. And that's what's cool about this team.
Were there any surprises just about this?
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, he also praised his coach.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think we got that too.
In the middle of it all, he talks about, and this is what resonated with me. And we can play. Okay, we can play it, but then I'll tell you what resonates with me.
Yeah, he was a heartbeat. No doubt about that. He was he's a big reason why we're here. He's always the same, and look forward to my relationship with him for a long time. He's a great person and hell of a football coach.
Yeah, that hell of a person came first before football coach.
Yeah.
That means he respects Vrabel the man. That means, he's going to be at Drake May's kid's 8th birthday party somewhere.
Right? Yeah.
I'm sure.
Like that speaks volumes for me. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, Mike, you can win Coach of the Year next year. Let Verbal have it. Yeah, or
Gerbil.
Yeah,
or
we got we got the championship. We got the Lombardi back in Seattle.
Yeah.
That's right.
There was some fun moments last night. Seattle overwhelmed this team in only the second Super Bowl championship in franchise history, and it softens some of the what ifs for the Mariner fans out there, doesn't it?
A little bit.
This was not supposed to be a Super Bowl run this year. They're a year ahead of schedule at least. I mean, trading Russell, you trade DK, you trade Geno, you waive Tyler Lockett. Those were 4 dudes in Seattle.
They were.
And John Snyder knows when to hold them and knows when to fold them.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
That's right.
And people
Could learn
thought,
a thing
whoa,
or two from John.
you traded DK and Geno right before the season? What are you doing? But DeMarcus Lawrence, Cooper Kupp, and of course, Sammy Darnold. What a journey for Sam Darnold.
Right.
Like,
I'm happy for him.
You
for
get
sure.
drafted by the Jets, and it's like a kiss of death. You might as well kiss your career goodbye. And he stayed with it.
Yeah.
He stayed with it. He bounced
just
around.
stayed the course.
He matured. He got knowledge. He got fortunate to go to under Shanahan for 1 year in San Francisco before Minnesota, and that great offensive staff. And now Sam Darnold is, Super Bowl champion forever.
He is. And he played, I think he
Smart
played he
football.
played a smart game, a high IQ game, no turnovers, clean sheet. But, you got to talk about the first running back to win the Super Bowl MVP in 28 years. Yeah. Terrell Davis was the last one in Super Bowl 32.
Who took Kenneth?
You did.
Who took Kenneth for MVP?
I did for you, but
Yes. No, but on the show.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Who backs it up with a piece of paper?
That's right, buddy.
Come on. I did say Kupp was my long shot. Kupp had a good game last
He
night.
did. He had a fine game. He was the leading receiver as far as yardage goes for the Seahawks with 61 yards. So he played pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they threw the sink at JSN.
They did.
And
They did.
he dropped one early.
He didn't have his best game. Got hurt.
I
in
don't
the
know.
game.
Yeah, he had a concussion. They had to check him out. He missed some significant time. That's gonna, I think he at least missed one drive, maybe two, and that end of the third, start of the fourth.
They were putting Gonzalez on him largely the whole game. So.
That's fine. We got other guys.
Other guys, Kupp, K9, Barner, all those guys.
I thought Shaheed was fine. I mean, the special teams for Seattle was incredible last night.
Yeah.
Aside from Rashid Shaheed, never really got a chance to return the ball. What do you get? One kickoff return? Every punt was fair
they
catch.
kicked away and fair catches.
Everything.
And, so
Everything.
Jackson Smith, 4 catches for 27 yards. Probably one of his lowest production games of the season. But other guys stepped up. When you get a running back to rush for 135 yards and 160-plus total yards, you're going to win most games.
And he should have had another 30-some yard touchdown run. They called back on a
Would've set
Sundell
it
hold.
over.
Right?
It was the right call. Sundell clearly held.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I mean, they finally went out and really addressed the offensive line. Drafting Gray Zabel, like that's so big. I don't know if you watched him closely last night, but he had a couple really good plays.
PFF really loves him.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen all year his
metrics
grades are high.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a superstar in the making. He is fantastic. So, Super Bowl champ, Seattle Seahawks, it feels good, never gets old. And look, like, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to soak this up.
Yeah.
But, like, this is a young team. Sam Darnold's, 28 years old? He's considered, I know D-Law and Leonard, and you do have some veterans on this team, but this core is really, really young. This is a young roster. Like, Ernest Jones is still fairly young. Drake Thomas, really young. Your linebackers, your secondary with Reek and Spoon and Love and Kobe, pretty young. So this is not an old team by any stretch of the imagination. One of the youngest rosters in the National Football League is already Super Bowl champs, and that bodes well for the future.
Oh, yeah.
I know the future is now, but with Mike McDonald, that special teams, obviously they're going to have to replace Clint Kubiak.
Yeah.
He confirmed in his presser yesterday that he is taking the Las Vegas Raiders job.
We got that, and we'll talk quite a bit about that in the big deal.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. Let's come back. Big deal, no big deal. Coming up next, we're off and running on a Monday post Super Bowl. Oh, every Sunday till January is over. Now we got to wait till August for NFL preseason. What are we going to do? NBA, NHL, high school sports, Utah Tech, MLB, PGA Tour. Oh, how rowdy was the waste management this year?
That was good.
Chris Gotterup.
Yeah.
I was a week off on Gotterup.
That's right.
I thought he was supposed to win at Torrey. I told you he was going to have a big year.
Yeah.
In a playoff over Hideki. We'll get into that and more. Big deal, no big deal when we come back. everybody. Welcome back. It is a Monday morning show today brought to you out of the Findlay Hyundai Studios. I'm Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, and Tara Atkin. We are the Drive Morning Show team, and we are already moving on to Super Bowl 61, but not today. Not today. We're going to enjoy this today. But maybe till the parade hits downtown C-Town, and then we'll officially go into the off season and start firing up draft talk. As that was a lot of fun yesterday. Today we've got presented by Coral Canyon, your Monday edition of Big Deal, No Big Deal. We only do it once a week. Recap. It's our headlines with instantaneous reaction. Here we go. And thanks to Coral Canyon Golf Course, get out and play. Played the course yesterday morning before the Super Bowl. It is absolutely dialed in. You got to go play it. Get your tee times at the Pro Shop or the website, Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic in 2026.
All right. Big deal, no big deal. With their latest loss, 77-69 to Houston, BYU basketball has now dropped 4 in a row and fall to 5-5 in the Big 12 and 8th place in the standings.
That's a big deal.
That's no big deal.
Oh, okay. I'd like to see you spend this one.
The Big 12 is really good. The Houston Cougars, the Arizona Wildcats, the Kansas Jayhawks.
Wasn't BYU supposed to be good?
Yes.
They were, yeah.
And they still are. They're not getting boat raced. I mean,
4 in a row to whoever you lose to is bad. Oklahoma State lost. That's a bad loss.
Still time to heat back up and peak at the right time for March Madness. It's just early February, but they're running out of time to get back on track. So they need to turn this script and flip it real quick if they're going to salvage this season. They are dropping seed line by seed line by seed line.
I've seen there
almost
are 7
with
now.
every Big 12 loss. You went from probably before this losing streak, probably on the 2 or 3 line. You're right. And then you're 3. Then you're the 4. Now you're down to the 5. You're probably the 6 line right now, maybe 7, all in a matter of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And look, they've got the Bonza, Rob Wright Jr., Richie Saunders, but the rest of the team is underwhelming right now.
It is.
And I don't know if it's an identity, if it's a role thing, or what. Kiba Keita got to be better. You got to shoot free throws better. You got to get better post play.
Kennard Davis has got to be better too as a shooter. I mean, he took a ton of shots against Houston, 3-pointers that he was making against Arizona in their comeback where they kind of made a charge, but he was just breaking them the other night against Houston. Not having Dawson Baker, they mentioned that on the broadcast a few times. He's been hurt and out. I don't know how much that would impact the lineup, as far as how much better they'd be. I know he'd be another piece in the rotation, give some guys some blows and some breaks, but realistically, it's the big 3 and nobody else. I agree with you. So it is a big deal that BYU is 8th in the standings after spending over $10 million on their roster.
Yeah, it's disappointing in that regard, but there's still time to salvage that. They're not paying that money to win the Big 12 title. They're paying that money to contend for the national title. Okay,
their seeds getting worse and worse by the week.
Yeah, and I think it's their bigs. Like Kiba Keita blocked 3 shots. He was good, solid defensively. Ahmad is okay defensively too, big body, but they can't make shots. 3 of 10 combined and 3 of 8 from the free throw line for Ahmad and Keita. Like, that's not good enough. If you're going to be a top 10 team, you can't just have 3 good players. You have to have a really good roster, and most of their money is wrapped up in 3 players, and justifiably so. But like this even DeMonza is not shooting free throws great right now. Like, it's the little things.
He shot the 3 pretty well against Houston.
He did. Yeah. I cannot criticize Kevin Young on free throw shooting. I'm sorry. That is up to the individual. That is a focus and rhythm thing that you have to figure out. You can have a shooting coach. You can spend time on it. But at the end of the day, some guys can make free throws and some guys just downright suck at the line. And it's called a free throw for a reason. Don't get me started on that. I mean, they can't make free throws. This got away. This is a disappointing loss to Houston. Just because I say no big deal doesn't mean that I don't think this is a disappointing loss. It means there's still time to rectify it. That's the angle I'm coming from. If you're 5-5 in the Big 12, you got Baylor coming up tomorrow. They're
not good.
You go beat a 3-8 in conference Baylor Bears team, Rob Wright's old team, and get back on track. You got to go to Waco to do it. You got to win on the road down at Foster Pavilion. And the Bears have won 2 of their last 3 games. So they walloped Colorado last time out, 80-67. So this is still not a give me game, but it's a gotta have game for the BYU Cougars. Or I'll be like you and start to hit the panic button. Not doing that yet. I think there's still time to rectify this. I think there's enough conference games coming at fast and furious. You can get on a win streak and you can start slipping back up. BYU needs a 4-seed or lower.
Yeah.
And to do that, they've got to make some noise in the Big 12 tournament, they've got to finish the regular season strong.
They're behind teams like UCF, West Virginia, Iowa State, Kansas, Texas Tech, Houston, and Arizona. So,
and the schedule has been brutal. It was an early, easy schedule, and then it got really tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they haven't withstood the tough stretch. Like, let's just be honest. They haven't won any of the tough games in conference. They've lost almost every ranked team in the Big 12. I mean, that's a problem. If you're wanting to win at the elite national level in the NCAA tournament, this conference is a good predecessor, or like a indication of how well you'll do.
Yeah.
Because these are a lot of the elite teams.
Yeah, you better beat Baylor tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you better beat Colorado on Saturday.
Yeah, but those are both quad 3 and 4 wins. They need to start beating some good teams.
Well, that's in 2 weeks. You get Arizona on the road and Iowa State in Provo that week.
All right, in Provo.
So the 18th, you're at Arizona. We know they lost by a couple the first time at the Rock and Marriott Center. That's the game I went up to.
Yeah.
Then they got to go to there's the home against Iowa State. So, and then UCF to follow at home after that, and then they got to go to Morgantown after that. So the next 6 games are there's 2 give-me's on that schedule, really, and that's the 2, Colorado
and Baylor.
And then Baylor.
Yeah.
This week.
The ones after that, Arizona, Iowa State, UCF, West Virginia, those are tough
You better
games.
Split those.
Yeah.
You better split those.
Then to end the season, Tech and Cincinnati. Tech at home. We've seen how good Tech is.
Tech's good.
Yeah, really good.
Beat West Virginia by 7 in Morgantown yesterday.
Yep. Watch that game. They are very good.
Yeah, but I'm not panicking. Paulie is. All right, Cougars. Don't make me don't 8th in the Big 12. That is disappointing. I cannot sugarcoat. No Cougar fan thought they were going to finish 8th in the conference. I can guarantee you that much. Everybody thought it was top 4.
Yes.
Right.
Top 4.
And it's
minimum.
not over yet. But still a lot of games to play. But still.
They ain't catching Arizona.
No.
They're not
I don't think
catching. Nobody
is.
can beat Arizona.
No.
Maybe Kansas can tonight. We'll see. That's a big game.
Kansas is tonight.
Yeah.
And then they've got their next upcoming stretch for Arizona. This is where we find, I know we're going off topic here, but we find out about Arizona soon. At Kansas versus Tech versus BYU at Houston, their next 4.
Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
They're going to lose one of those.
They will.
I think they'll lose one of those.
All
if they
right.
don't, I mean, they should be the heaviest favorite to win it all we've had in the last 15, 20 years.
That is a hellacious stretch for them.
Yes. All right, moving on.
All right, big deal, no big deal. Crimson Cliffs basketball captures back-to-back region titles, but is seated below the Panthers in the 4A state playoff bracket.
Yeah, I mean, to a lot of Crimson fans, this is a big deal. Like, we are the region champs. The region champs still mean something. I keep saying the region championship means something to me. It's hard to back that statement up when the head-to-head component doesn't matter. The outright Region 9 championship doesn't matter, and your strength of schedule matters more. Your preseason games. And there's a little bit of a method to the madness. You got to go out and you got to be a little bit of a fortune teller, and you got to determine who's going to be a good matchup to play, who are teams that you think are going to have really good seasons, and if you can knock them off, then you benefit. And Pine View, even losing to good teams,
they beat Provo. They played Gorman.
Yeah.
They tested themselves.
Yeah, they did. And I guarantee you, Pat Amico went out there this summer and pieced together a schedule that he thought would help him in the RPI.
And it did.
And it paid off.
Yeah.
And so, like, part of me is like, I hate it, but I understand it. but I don't like it. I still just think there's a couple little fine-tuned wrinkles, the RPI. I think you should get a bonus point if you win your region championship outright, or half a bonus point if you tie for the region championship in every conference, statewide, all classifications. Yeah. I think that head-to-head, there should be like a multiplier or a boost bonus. I think there should be a boost like they do on DraftKings and FanDuel and all these places. Give them a boost bonus if you win, your region title and you beat the other teams head-to-head in your region. Now, you got to be careful what you wish for. You don't want to weigh too heavily because you do have these other regions that don't have as good a region top to bottom. And I think you see all of our good seeds because of the fact that our region really is good. The top 5 were really strong this year. All our top 9 seeds in the 4A state bracket. We're going to look at the bracket, and I've got some thoughts on it, and we'll get to that a little bit more second hour. All right, moving on.
Okay, big deal, no big deal. Utah Tech basketball begins its biggest week of the D1 era, sitting in solo second place with games against Cal Baptist and UVU at home this week.
Yep, UVU is Thursday. Cal Bap will be on Saturday. And
this is what we've wanted, the whole Division 1 era.
This is a chance. This is why you should have been excited about going Division 1, is because if there ever was a year where you could make your debut and cut down the nets and get to March Madness and punch your ticket to the NCAA.
The big show.
It's a 7-team conference with one team right now in a little bit of trouble with the conference. We don't know if UVU, right now, they're not eligible for WAC postseason play.
Yeah.
I think that will change. I'm 75-80% sure that some attorneys got some plan to figure this out, or they're gonna settle for less.
You kind of stayed strong on
They're gonna settle for less. Oh, it's not $1 million. It's not 1.2. We're gonna give you this. Your conference is crumbling. Revenue sharing. There's some issues there. It was Super Week and everything. I haven't dove in too deep. We did touch on this story. Utah Valley right now in no favor with the Western Athletic Conference. But I do think for Utah Tech, to answer your question, this is a big deal. You've got to at least split these 2 games this week. You cannot go 0-2. You go split these games. You win both these games, you control your own destiny for the 1 seed in the conference tournament. You control. When have we said that about Utah Tech?
Right.
You win these 2 games, you are guaranteed to be outright first place leaders of the WAC. I don't care how many teams are in it. That's still a good spot to be.
It is.
And the better the seed, the better the chance. There's some teams that are disappointed. Abilene Christian and Tarleton are disappointing this year. They're not. I thought they would be better. They're struggling. Okay,
they are. And despite Tarleton having one of the nation's top scorers, they can't really do much offensively. We saw Utah Tech hold them less to 60 points on the road. I mean, it just hasn't been a good year for either of those Texas schools, UVU, and all of the controversy surrounding the WAC. Cal Baptist started off the slates really weak in the WAC, and then they kind of got going as it went. So I think that's going to be a tough game. UVU, a tough game, because they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder this week as well. But Utah Tech's facing probably their most opportunistic situation to make the NCAA tournament they've ever had. No Grand Canyon, no Seattle U, 7-team conference, maybe one not playing in that tournament. You win 3 games, you're headed to the NCAA tournament. You get hot for a week in March, you're going to the big show, the big dance. I mean, that's got to get people excited. This is the biggest week for Utah Tech basketball, like Tara said, to open the question, that they've ever had.
Got a couple pair of tickets we're going to be giving away.
Those things are going to be going hot.
We're going to be talking with Coach's show tomorrow, here on the Fan with Coach Judkins. We'll be breaking it down. We'll be getting you ready, and of course, we'll have Thursday and Saturday right here on the Fan Sports Network.
Yes.
All right, one more.
All right, big deal, no big deal. Clint Kubiak will become the 6th coach on the Raiders payroll as their next head coach, joining Pete Carroll, Antonio Pierce, Josh McDaniels, John Gruden, and Chip Kelly.
Oh, man. That's a lot of paying guys not to work by Mr. Davis, but I think they finally got it right. And you can speak more to this guy. You've seen his offense all year as a Seahawks fan, but he just got good bloodlines. You know, Gary was a legendary coach for a long time, OC, kind of did a lot of things as a head coach, and I think Clint's going to follow in his I shouldn't say Gary's legendary, but a good head coach.
He was fired up yesterday. Kubiak fired up. And why not? He just wins a Super Bowl. He's now got his first head coaching job in the National Football League. And he's going to the Raiders. And the Raiders have yet to confirm that hire. Like, it's not official. They haven't scheduled the press conference, but he confirmed it after the game. He was asked, and he said, hell yeah, I'm going. The Raiders going to the Seahawks for the second time in a row. I mean, former Seahawks coach Pete Carroll, one and done. And look, Kubiak comes from a football genius bloodline. I mean, Gary Kubiak was great. And in one season, he helps the Seahawks offense third in points, 28.4 points a game. Eighth in total yards, 351. Tied for 10th in rushing yards, 123. You think that they got a running back that's going to care about that in black and silver? I think so.
I think so.
It was pretty tough sledding for the rookie this year.
Unlock Genty, right, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to do it.
Yeah, the motion, the formations. Yeah. Like, they're getting someone special who knows the game, who's going to do whatever it takes to find a way to win and bring a winner to Las Vegas.
So I ask you now, obviously we don't know how this is going to play out, but will he play out better, or will he join the other 5 coaches getting paid not to work? Will he play out the life of his contract?
Yes.
You think he'll play out the life of his contract?
I do, because I think at this point in time, you're going to have to develop Fernando Mendoza, and I think they're tied to the hip. I think they're going to see this whole rookie contract for Mendoza through.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
He's not I think Mark Davis quick, temperamental to fire people, too.
Yeah, I mean, they went 3-14 this season.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 wins.
Pierce one
3
season.
Wins.
Pierce, I guess, half a season as an interim, one full season fired. Pete Carroll, one season fired.
These NFL coaches, they saw Mike Vrabel the Patriots win 4 games. He comes in and they go to the Super Bowl. Mike McDonald in 2 years Super Bowl champs. Like, you've seen turnarounds in the National Football League. You see what Ben Johnson did in Chicago. Turned that whole thing around in 1 year.
Yeah.
Got to the second round of the playoffs. So yes, Mark Davis has made some serious blunders in the hiring department, and yes, he's paying for it. He had to bring Tom Brady in, and probably a lot of the money he put in for his percentage of ownership is going to pay those guys that are dead weight.
Yeah.
So look, he can't get this one wrong, but of all the hires, obviously I'm a little biased, but he just won a Super Bowl. Not often can you hire a coordinator that just wins a Super Bowl, and Mark Davis has done that, and their offense has been terrible.
Yeah.
Their offense has been terrible. All right, one more. We got to get to a break. We got time for one more?
We're going to the top.
We got one more. Okay.
We do. Yeah. This will be a fast one, though. Okay. Big deal, no big deal. Chris Gotterup is your 2026 Waste Management Champion despite a late charge from all-world golfer Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
That had me excited yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Her and Trev were excited watching the
I thought he might come back and win it.
Yeah, his live odds are like plus 5,000, and they will all the way down to like 800 or something like that.
Scotty, the first round killed him. He shot 73 the first round.
Was it
He's
over?
one shot out of a playoff, and he shoots 73 on a par 71 course. Like, he had to battle his butt off and shoot 65 to get the 4 under and just be in a position to keep marching up the leaderboard. Right. But that felt like Tiger lurking, didn't it? A little bit with Scotty.
Yeah.
You get the same vibes with Scotty. He's that guy nowadays.
Never
where
out of it.
You're looking over your shoulder, and you hear the crowd across the way, and you're like, uh-oh, what does Scotty do?
Yeah.
And he shoots a final round 64. Unfortunately, Chris Gotterup shoots a final round 64.
Yeah.
He goes into a playoff with Hideki. Hideki hits in the water, and Gotterup wins.
And what a collapse.
I knew Gotterup was going to have a big year. He played so good in the majors. He played so good across the pond. It didn't matter what course. From about June on, Gotterup was on fire last year. And I thought he was going to have a big year. And he's already won in just a couple weeks into the West Coast swing in the start of the PGA season.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Big deal there. Big deal there. I also saw my guy Mason Anderson got a top 10 finish down on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Did you see the controversy with Mackenzie Hughes and that fan yelling the Happy Gilmore thing? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, I bookmarked it, but I don't know if we can play it in this short a time. But some guy paid somebody to say the jackass thing as he was swinging this backswing. And
Mackenzie cool about it?
I didn't see his reaction.
I think I heard he handled it pretty well, considering. Yeah.
And the guy who did it got banned for lifetime from PGA events.
Yeah.
Just
that
to do
doesn't
a stupid
happen
bit.
in the movies.
Yeah.
He Yeah.
Pretty dumb.
What you hear and see on TV don't apply in real life, or you will be banned for life. And look, it's tough to get banned from the waste management.
It is pretty rowdy crowd.
I know people that have gotten kicked out for heckling, and they get back an hour in through the gates. It's like you go just sober up for a minute, and then we'll let you
go
back
to the drunk tank and come back.
Like of all the places, that is the hardest to get kicked out of.
Yeah.
It's the rowdiest, the loudest.
Yep.
Hundreds of thousands of fans there. So really good stuff. All right, that's big deal, no big deal. We do it on a Monday, only on a Monday. Lots to get to, hour 2. Dive into the high school bracket and much, much more. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 right now coming at you on 99.5, 95.3 in St. George, 93.1 in Cedar, 1400 in the surrounding areas, coming out of Parowan. And we are the Fan Sports Network. Also streaming the show on our mobile app, our website, and our YouTube page. You can always watch the show weekday mornings 7 to 9. We wake up and Seattle is Super Bowl champs on a Monday morning. Great stories that come from this game. A lot of people would say boring game. Kind of a stifling. I don't think there was many people that ever really thought that the Patriots were in a position to win that game. And I feel pretty good. I was 5 points off my prediction. I said 30-17. It was 29-13. So I was 1 off on the Seahawks total, which is pretty good, and 4 shy. I gave the Patriots more respect than the Seattle Seahawks defense. I gave them 17. They could only muster 13. The game itself, if you love defense and you're a Seattle fan, you really enjoyed that. We were enjoying the first half. Was I happy about settling for field goals? Was I comfortable when it was 9-0? No, felt like it should at least been, 13-0 at halftime. But couldn't get that first half touchdown. But obviously, the closing speed of Seattle's defense, some of the looks Mike McDonald cooked up, worthy of a Super Bowl title.
Absolutely.
And then there's Sam Darnold. Sammy D! King of
Seattle. Got to feel good for that fella.
Who did just enough to win, 19-38, 202 yards, 1 touchdown. The only way Seattle could have lost this game is if Darnold, threw multiple interceptions, or I thought his pocket presence was really good. I know he was off the mark on some throws. There was one throw that could have been intercepted. He was clearly way behind JSN on a post route. Should have been a touchdown and nearly interception. There was an out route. There was
the long ball in the beginning of the game.
Just missed
Smith and Jigba was wide open, streaking down the field.
Oh, yes.
And he missed him
that
in the first
third down
quarter.
Scramble.
Yeah,
yeah, he kind of had happy feet there and just overthrew him by a couple yards.
Yeah.
But look, they just get it done. And, second Super Bowl win in franchise history. Seahawks running back K9 is your Super Bowl MVP. Was probably the right choice. Derek Hall, I thought, was in consideration. Byron Murphy had a really good game. Devin Witherspoon. But you had the Nwosu score, but Nwosu didn't do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
You had Myers, the field goals. Nobody wants to give the kicker the MVP. As good as Jason was, they were all chip shot field goals. It wasn't like he was making 5 60-yarders. They're 30 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, 46 yards.
Yeah.
They were short shots.
Yeah.
But he was incredible all year. Seattle's coverage. Michael Dixon was clutch last night. He pinned the Patriots deep time and time again. I don't know how you felt about halftime. I wasn't really too pumped about the halftime show. A couple of my nephews and nieces were over at the house yesterday. They were all about it. In fact, I tried to change the channel, and my nephews was like, "Wait, put the concert back on." I was like, "Go upstairs. The concert's on upstairs. I want to see the halftime stats on the analytics and the real halftime show." I'm all about the game.
The game.
Even if you didn't understand the words, it was interesting to watch. The pieces I did caught. I'm curious your thoughts and Tara's thoughts.
Tara had more
on the Super. You didn't. You weren't too excited. You were like me. Yeah,
you were in the car
traveling
to your house.
Tara, what would you say about the Super Bowl halftime show?
I mean, it was decent. It was okay.
Yeah.
I
just don't know his
music. I liked the music, but I like Latin music, so I thought that was good. I liked all of his song choices, but I thought the overall production was just it was underwhelming for me. I didn't like it.
It's like walking through the forest.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like
we got a little bit of it, right?
He was cradling the football weird. You could tell he's never held a football in his life.
Yeah.
This is some of it, but
okay. Little fruit stand there.
You're right.
It's got some guys playing some cards. I like the setup. I guess it's kind of the people doing the nails. I did see this on social media. So this is just, I mean, his music hit or miss. If you like Latin music, he's probably up your alley. But I think
there was some celebrity endorsements.
There was.
There was
Lady Gaga and some other
By the
stuff,
way, Turning Point USA's opposing halftime show with Kid Rock and company drew 6.1 million concurrent viewers.
Wow.
So they didn't get everybody to flip over, but they got a good portion of the viewers to switch over. I never did switch over to Kid Rock. I thought about it, but then I cared too much about the game. This was not a game for me for all the pageantry and the extra stuff. This was all about the game for me. So
I don't want any of the politics. Like, I just want the football.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I thought I was reading something last night, some of the comments about Bad Bunny. A lot of people said it was filled with love and not hate. There was some good messaging in it. I couldn't even tell you about that. If that's the case, great. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay that much attention to it.
I like the love message.
Yeah. What was disappointing, though, is he's Puerto Rican, and he does not have dance moves. Like, how can you be Puerto Rican and not be able to dance? I was like,
really?
That was really disappointing to me.
Okay, yeah. Most of the Latinas
I just
got
wanted to
some
see
moves.
like a lot of shaking.
Yeah, that's right. Hips.
It was fine.
But I guess he wasn't into it.
No.
Super Bowl commercials. I mean, I watched them when I stayed put, but I used the commercial breaks as a chance to talk chalk and high five everybody and grab a snack. we broke in the pizza oven yesterday, so I ate about 3 pizzas yesterday.
All right, here are some of the most notable ones. The Budweiser Freebird one. If you remember that one, the Lay's Next Gen Farmers.
I didn't love the Freebird one.
You didn't like the Freebird one?
No.
The Lay's one, was that the one that brought you to tears, the girl dad one?
I think that Next Gen Farmers, I'm not sure what that one was. I probably missed that. My mom said the Liquid IV singing toilet seats was pretty funny.
It was attractive. It kind of caught your attention.
Okay.
You're like, what is this ad? And then in the end, they hit you with Liquid IV.
Yeah. The Xfinity Jurassic Park, where they brought a lot of the old Jurassic Park actors back. I kind of like that one. The
DoorDash with
tight ends we saw was good.
That one was good.
The DoorDash, the Beef 101 with 50 Cent, that is being talked about today as the best commercial, ranked number 1.
Okay.
The tight end is number 2.
All right.
Okay.
The Raisin Bran Will Shat is number 3. The Kellogg's ad. The Goodwill Dunkin' Donuts ad. I did see that one.
That was good too.
Yeah,
I liked that one.
Yeah.
The polar bear one with Pepsi is pretty funny, where the polar bear goes to therapy and stuff. The Coke polar bear.
Yeah.
It's a Pepsi commercial. It's pretty funny.
The Jeepin' with the fish talking. Did you guys see that one?
I did
You don't
not
remember
see
that
that
one?
one.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
There were some good ones.
They did the Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
the
I
T-Mobile
remember that
one.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Backstreet was out.
Yeah.
All right.
There's the ski instructor one. It was Ultra, Michelob Ultra.
Oh, I think I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the commercials are the commercials, right? You're paying a ton of money. A lot of people pay attention to them. I just didn't this time. I mean, I
there's
didn't.
bigger things in hand for you.
I don't care about the commercials this year. Normally I do. Normally I do. When the Seahawks are playing, though, that's an afterthought.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. Oh, that sounds good to say out loud. That defense was special. K9 MVP. Sammy
Which better
D.
defense?
What
MOB or LOB?
Probably still LOB right now, but if they go make another Super Bowl appearance next year with this core, which is very doable, then I probably change my pick.
All right.
I just need to see some longevity.
Yeah, I think that the LOB was still a little more dominant in that Denver Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, I think a little more.
Since the Seahawks joined the NFC West back in 2002, 10 division titles. San Fran has 6. The Rams have 5.
Okay.
Cardinals have 3. Super Bowls. Seahawks, 4. Niners 3, Rams 2, Cardinals 1. Rings, Seattle 2, Rams 1, Cardinals and Niners 0. So, ball security, no turnovers, clean game for Sammy D. Pretty electric. Pretty electric. And how about, did you see all the bonus? Sammy D got $1 million bonus.
Nice.
The Super Bowl win got him a $1 million bonus, worth every stinking penny.
This was really cool too. Kenneth Walker's dad had never been to
Yeah.
an NFL game before to watch his son. And he went to the Super Bowl for his first game. He goes, just imagine the scene. You go see your son the first time, never in high school, never at Michigan State, never in the pros. And then your first game you attend, you not only win the Super Bowl, but your son wins MVP of the game. So that's pretty cool. This was Kenneth Walker after the game talking about that.
I got my mom, my dad, and my little brother. It means a lot, especially my little brother and my dad. My dad, he comes out to Seattle all the time to watch games, but he never goes to the game because he don't like crowds. So this is his first NFL game, and we won a Super Bowl, so it means a lot to me, and I know he's proud of me for real. I wasn't the one that convinced him, actually. My agent convinced him to come out here. So I didn't think he would come. They ended up miking him up and everything, so he got out of his comfort zone.
I love it.
That's pretty cool.
I love it. I'd want to be there if my son was playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Even if you don't like crowds, right?
It's mind-boggling that on a Monday morning, Sam Darnold, Kenneth Walker's the MVP, Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champ ahead of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. Burrow and all these quarterbacks that, had a better start to their career than he did.
Yes.
Like very lopsided. It is written in stone, Seattle, Super Bowl champs. Oh, baby. The 2025 NFL season comes to an end. I couldn't be happier. Oh, and you had former Utah linebacker Connor O'Toole.
Yeah.
This is Super Bowl champ. Weaver State wide receiver Rashid Shaheed.
Stand
Super Bowl
up,
champ.
Cats.
Yes. My goodness. A lot of fun. How about Jason Myers and Michael Dixon in the special teams, though? That was another incredible performance, even though the defense scored the touchdown, not necessarily the special teams. But they silenced all the doubters. They're a year ahead of schedule. And, if I'm a Raider coach, I'm happy to get Clint Kubiak. I don't know how they're feeling today, but I would be happy.
You got one right beside you. How you feeling, buddy? About
Feeling
Clint?
good.
Yeah? You like it? I like it.
He scored 29 points in the Super Bowl against a very feisty Patriots defense. Their defense played their tails off.
They did.
Yeah.
They were in tight covers. There was not a lot of wide open players. The Barner touchdown, he was wide open. That was about it. It was a blown coverage. But other than that, wasn't a lot of room out there.
No.
K9 had to make multiple guys miss to break off, these 20 and 30-yard runs.
Yeah.
I thought they were just out there a lot. Their offense was just so bad they didn't score on the first 10 possessions of the game. So their
second
defense,
half, they were exhausted.
Yeah.
40% of the snaps offensively for the Patriots resulted in 0 yards or less.
Or a loss. Yeah.
I saw that graphic. That was incredible.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's closer than you think when you ask me the question about this year's defense in the LOB Legion of Boom Championship. It's closer than you think, but I'm still going to go LOB slightly, just slightly.
Because I just think with the LOB, obviously the careers.
Bobby Wagner, Earl Thomas, Richard
three
Sherman.
Hall of Famers, maybe 4. With Earl, probably a Hall of Famer. Bobby Wagner, a Hall of Famer. Richard Sherman, probably a Hall of Famer. And the careers of this mob defense are not done yet, but if you were to project out how many Hall of Famers you think are on this defense, I'm not sure it stacks up to 3 on one defense.
Yeah, and how about the gutsy effort from Nick Amanawari on the field for 70 of the 71 defensive snaps?
That's right.
With the sprained ankle.
I was joining Troll Terra and texting you pictures of him limping earlier in the week, but he decided to play, and he played really well. So
preseason odds on the Seahawks are 60-1.
Yes.
The Seahawks are the biggest preseason long shot to win the Super Bowl since 2001 Patriots. And they're tied for the second biggest preseason long shot in the last 50 seasons.
Wow.
According
you should have put
to
100
reports.
on that.
No kidding. No kidding.
You missed that one.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Dang.
Got it about 3-1 before the playoffs started. That's that about 57 reasons I should have bet that a lot earlier.
Yeah, there was a guy, and I was telling you I was going to send you the article, but there was a guy in Vegas that went to Circa, MGM, sprinkled multiple future bets at that 45, 50, 60-1 number, and hit all 3, obviously, as the Seahawks won. So some people made some big money on the Hawks this year.
Yep. No question about it. Super Bowl champs. They're waking up or just going to sleep feeling pretty good.
And the public won, too, for the first time in what seems like forever. 70% of the public money was on the 4.5 for the Seahawks.
The only way the casinos were really going to make money is if because there was some big wagers on the Patriots money line. I think is if the Patriots covered the 4.5.
Yes.
That was how the book was going to win.
Yeah.
And they didn't get enough of those. Some, but not enough.
Not enough.
A lot of people did take the points. And, I can't say that I blame you, but I've watched every second of this Seattle team all year long. I mean, we trailed for 1:35 the entire playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, read all about it. Seattle, Super Bowl champs. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a blanking day.
Yeah, I found the
winning
guy.
the Super Bowl in the San Francisco 49ers house after going through them and the Rams. Next year, they can win it again in SoFi in the Rams house, baby.
The Seahawks were plus 185 just to make the playoffs this year. Did you know that?
Scorch them all.
They scorched them all. They
Books don't always
28-1 to win the NFC, 60-1 a preseason to win the Super Bowl.
How about the 12s?
Crazy.
The 12s. You could hear the 12s. You could hear the Seahawks chants.
Maybe. I was saying pre-show to Tara, I was like, didn't it seem more like a Seattle crowd?
It was dominant.
I feel like they felt like they were going to win this game, so they got there. Like I feel like some fans, when your team's in the Super Bowl, you want to see them win. You don't want to pay all that money to see a loss. And I think they got there knowing that.
Jody Allen gave John Snyder a lot of credit, right, when she got the Super Bowl trophy because he traded Russell Wilson, right? That got them Charles Cross. That got him Boye. That got him all these guys, right? Witherspoon. Those were all Russell Wilson's draft picks. They have 4 dudes that were starters off the Wilson trade.
Yep.
And
kind of had to recalibrate with Geno for a couple years, and he kind of was a placeholder. Had some decent
and he was
years.
accurate.
Yeah, he was accurate.
And he fit in.
But they really got the bump from Darnold this year.
They did.
That's why they won the Super Bowl. And like his quest to be what he is now is amazing. To be drafted by the worst quarterback organization in the NFL, in the Jets.
But what helps the quarterback? A good defense,
right coaching,
and a run game.
I mean, this guy honestly worked with Shanahan.
Not even the coach of the year. Wasn't even
O'Connell.
third in the coach of the year voting. Wasn't even top 2.
Who? Shanahan?
McDonald.
Oh, McDonald. That's right. But before he even got to Seattle, I'm saying. He goes to Carolina, gets ousted there. Then he goes all the way to San Francisco and becomes a backup and gets the tutelage from Kyle Shanahan. And then goes to Minnesota with O'Connell, another McVay disciple. Like these guys, he got the right coaching along the way and finally realized his potential. And you got to be happy for Sam Darnold. Just to see how much of a disappointment his early career was and then to have this moment is an amazing full circle moment for him.
All right, coming up in the NFL, February 17th to March 3rd. That's the window where you can franchise tag players. Already been hearing Pickens is
George
get
Pickens. He got franchised.
That's the plan. They can't make that official until next week. February 23rd through March 2nd will be the NFL Combine. March 9th through the 11th, that's when free agency and legally tampering window is available to you. And then March 11th at 4 p.m. free agency will begin, and then the draft is April 23rd through the 25th. That's what's coming up in the NFL as the Seahawks are your Super Bowl 60 champs. Got to take a break. When we come back, the brackets are out. We'll break them down for you. Girls and boys high school 4A state brackets are out. They came out Saturday morning, and we'll tell you who's playing who's got buys, and our thoughts as we unveil the brackets and we start the playoffs this week in our high school sports coverage. Yeah, Monday. What's going on, everybody? It is The Drive coming at you out of the Finley Hyundai Studios. Hey, how about deferred payments for 90 days and 0% on the Tucson and Santa Fe? That's what you get this month. Go check it out at Finley Hyundai between Green Spring and Coral Canyon off exit 13. You'll find that new Sienna Hills Auto Mall location. We haven't really dove in to the high school playoff bracket yet.
Yes.
Oh, baby, this is going to be fun. I was at the Thunderbird Classic when this came out, so I was just like everybody, wait until it all dropped on social media. And obviously, you can still go watch the bracket reveal shows. That came out over the weekend. DJ was hosting. The playoff brackets, though, are now out, and the 4A Boys Championship is going to be at the Purple Palace, the Event Center up there at Weber State University in Ogden. And at the top, the Provo Bulldogs. Despite a couple losses to Region 9 teams, they win the number 1 seed and a bye. And they will sit back and watch tomorrow night's first round game between the 16 seed Desert Hills Thunder and the 17 seed Judge Memorial. Judge Memorial got a guy eligible that's a player. And they kind of, rekindled their season. Thought maybe the Dixie win last week was enough to keep Desert Hills at home, and it just did prove to be so, even though they lost on Friday, despite leading Crimson most of the night. Crimson Fury's second half comeback, and they win that game. Desert Hills, though, is a scary matchup for anybody.
Yeah.
Netta Tawaifa is playing some really good basketball. Unfortunately,
the health of Jack.
We don't know the health of Jack Openshaw. How bad is the concussion? Will he be able to play tomorrow night or not? That'll be the big storyline. So we'll try to get Chris Allred on the show tomorrow, and we'll try to get you some insight into that. The other part of that bracket is Snow Canyon and Cedar. That game Tuesday night. Region 9 rerun right out of the gate. Here we go. It's the 9 seed Snow Canyon with their loss last Friday and Hurricanes road win. That bumped Hurricane up to the 6th line, and Snow Canyon couldn't stay in the top 8.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. Went 6-6 in the region this year.
A home game at the Jungle, though. It should be a rocket environment. We were on the game, me and Caden, against Hurricane, and it was just Hurricane just never went away. That's just like Snow Canyon had the lead at various points in that game, and they were just unable to put the Tigers away. And then if you leave Brigham Kemp too long without keeping him under wraps, he's going to erupt, and he did. So, and they fall to the 9, but they still got the 24 seed Cedar Reds, who they played in region play and beat both times. So I think they should be okay here.
Yeah, and so if Coach Ball and the Warriors win it over the Reds, Coach Monks, they would go to Skyview. So they would have to drive up to Cache Valley on Friday and play the Bobcats. The middle bracket here is the 12-21. That's Ridgeline Bear River. That's an interregion matchup. Yeah. And then Mountain View and Stansbury. Waiting the winner of Ridgeline and Bear River is Dixie. Flyers, by dropping that Desert Hills game and splitting their games last week, they dropped down to the 5 seed for the state tournament. Still not a bad place to be, but Cottonwood sitting there at the 4 seed. They will wait the winner of the Stallions and the Bruins. Pineview is the 2 seed. They will play either Green Canyon or Mountain Crest on the boys' side. So we'll see how that plays out. And then they would have the winner of the Timpanogos Summit Academy and Juan Diego. One of those 3 teams will be the first round matchup for the Panthers if they can get past Green Canyon or Mountain Crest. And again, Green County Mountain Crest, that's another inter-region game for Cache Valley, the second head-to-head. So with it being just a short drive down to Ogden, we've seen this happen to Region 9. This year, it's more their region, Region 10, that's getting matched up head-to-head, and some people are going to knock their own region mates out early.
Yes, that's right.
Pineview, though, stays at the 2. Crimson could not surpass them, even though they were outright region champs. They had one more win, one less loss in region play. They swept them head-to-head 2 times this year, and Crimson hangs on the 2. Pineview hangs on to the 2, and Crimson drops to the 3. Hurricane is the 6, so that looms large, right? 3 and 6. So Hurricane will play the winner of Mountain Crest and Jordan. Why do we have Mountain Crest on the bracket twice?
I don't know.
That's a mistake. That's a
We do?
Yeah.
No.
Mountain Crest is.
We got Ridgeline and Jordan.
Yeah.
That's who I see.
Oh, Ridgeline.
It's
I don't know why.
Yeah, but Ridgeline is up there against Bear River. That's weird. That must be a typo on the bracket, on the graphic.
Okay. I've got the correct one.
Correct.
Green Canyon Mountain Crest, Timpanogos Summit Academy, Ridgeline Jordan. That's who.
Ridgeline plays Jordan.
And Ridgeline Jordan Seed or Hurricane awaits them.
Yep.
And then Murray, Uinta, and Crimson awaits the winner of that.
So who plays Bear River?
Bear River.
For Dixie.
Bear River. Bear River plays Ridgeline. Dixie awaits the winner of that game.
You just said Ridgeline
can't
plays
play
down. Yeah,
Jordan and Ridgeline in the first
Bear
round.
River plays Ridgeline on this graphic.
I know, but you just said Ridgeline plays Jordan.
It's probably written twice. It is written twice.
So
on this
Ridgeline is in
graphic,
the
too.
UHSA bracket twice.
Or this bracket's been transcribed incorrectly.
Okay, that's a mistake.
Seems like both our bracket and the UHSAA bracket sounds like they're incorrect.
No, I've got a different graphic from.
So tell us the right one.
Well, the
Mountain View is playing Stansbury.
Okay.
Mountain View is playing Stansbury. That's correct.
Okay.
Ridgeline is playing Bear River. That is correct. So it's that second Ridgeline game. East is the 11 seed. It's East taking on Jordan. That's where the mistake is.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Crest is not the 11 seed. East is. So it's East and Jordan.
Okay.
That is where the mistake is. Somebody must have input that wrong. No big deal. Trust me, I'm looking at the UHS. It's East and Jordan. I have the UHSA side up now. I was going off the monitor too. I was going off the graphics.
I got this. I'm just going off the text from our little Region 9 threads.
Yeah. What? I mean, look, with Pineview, Crimson, Dixie, and Hurricane all getting buys, they're in a great spot. You know, I think Dixie, the 5-4 Cottonwood, that's an interesting glance ahead at a potential matchup in the quarterfinals, and then Hurricane, Crimson, if they can both, win their first round game after a bye, that they would meet the first day up there at Weber State University.
That's a tough matchup.
That one, Crimson swept, split with them. They lost. Both teams lost at home.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane won at Crimson in the first meeting, and then the Tigers could not hang and lost by 4 in the rematch. So that is. I don't know if I'm Crimson or Hurricane. I was hoping maybe to dodge that matchup if I could, just because you've seen them, but the split, but it'll be the rubber match, nothing you can do.
And that's the thing where Pineview, their scheduling in the non-region play benefits them. I think they've got the easier second-round matchup, in my opinion. Familiarity with Hurricane and Crimson, those two teams know each other so well, and having to play a third time, that's a bad beat for the Mustangs.
Bad break for the Panthers, losing Moody with a broken collarbone. Non-basketball related injury, and they just gotten another guy healthy to add some depth, and then that happens. They just don't have a lot of depth. But look, Jelani Ojegba sprained his ankle, but he reportedly didn't come back in the game. They still won the game against Cedar last time out. They want to give him some rest. He's going to have 8 days between games, so I think Jelani's ankle is going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
I think 8 days is very beneficial between games. Probably didn't practice. Maybe today might be the first day that Jelani actually gets out there and does a light practice. I'm sure he was icing, elevating, keeping off of that. All right, let's jump over to the girls bracket when we come back. That's a look at the boys bracket. Before we go to a break, any other notes? I love the spot for Pineview 2, Paulie. I thought they do have the easiest road. Juan Diego can be a handful, though. They got that big man in the middle that's uber athletic and block a ton of shots. And, Ott and Jelani, go 6'3", 6'5", but they don't have a 6'10" guy like Juan Diego does.
Yeah.
That's the only scary thing moving forward for that one. Desert Hills Provo, potentially. I mean, if Desert Hills can win at home against Juan Diego, then that would be a shot at the 1 seed Provo on the road on Friday. That would be very interesting to see how the 6th place team out of our region stacks up against the number 1 seed. We've already had 2 Region 9 teams beat Provo, but it was way back in the Coach Walk Classic before the season really got going, before any regional games were played. It was a long time ago. It was 3 months ago. So that'll be a fun second-round matchup. And then, of course, we do have the one inter-region game, Snow Canyon Cedar. Tentative plan to bring you both those games tomorrow. Desert Hills and Judge, and Snow Canyon and Cedar on the live stream, KSL Sports, wraparound coverage on the radio as well. Gets you to the best game throughout the night. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll glance at the girls' bracket next. It's The Drive from the Finley Hyundai studio. Appreciate our friends at Prime IV. Valentine's Day this Saturday, guys. How about some specials? The couples retreat, 2 IVs, you and your Valentine hanging out, massage chairs, get a curated blend, vitamins featuring L-arginine. You can go relax and enjoy it. Do something different. Get the couples retreat. Tell them the guys on the Fan and the girls on the Fan Sports Network. Tara loves Prime IV.
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
We'll tell you to get on down there and take advantage of that. Me and Robin did this last Valentine's Day.
I remember you recollecting
it was so fun. We really both enjoyed it. So I'm telling you, do something different. Chocolates, ties, cologne.
Yeah.
You've been there, done that. Do something different. Couples retreat at Prime IV. We'll take the break. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive, and we've got the show today brought to you by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. It's the month of love. Saturday, Valentine's Day. Game Day Men's Health has sexual performance products, and you do not want to mess this up. If you've been thinking about getting in there, they got 50% off the Revolutionary Pea Shot. Look it up, do some research, see if that's something you'd be interested in. Obviously, testosterone, replacement therapy. They've got a ton of great stuff going on over there at Game Day Men's Health. And the month of love, don't mess it up. That's all I got to say.
Don't mess it up. That's
Men's
right.
Health. Don't mess it up. Here's the girls' bracket for you. And we just broke down the boys' bracket that came out over the weekend. Before I get into that, real quickly, some breaking news. We were just told Misi Tupe, my buddy Misi. I remember covering him when he played for Coach Croshaw at Dixie Junior College. Went on to transfer, played at Texas A&M, was on staff recently with Paul Peterson.
Just got the announcement from Coach Will Liebert. He said, we're proud to welcome Coach Misi Tupe to the Dixie Flyers football program. Coach Tupe brings elite collegiate coaching experience, most recently serving as the linebackers coach at Sac State, where his unit ranked among the best in the Big Sky Conference in 2024.
Yeah, so when Peterson got let go and Anderson came in, Misi went to Sac State. Now he's just back in town. He wants to raise his kids and be in St. George. That's a tough decision you have to make when you're a coach and you're chasing that dream.
And football, of course, is a big network, of course. And Will Liebert, at his first stint at then Dixie State, coached with Misi on that same staff. So some familiarity there, and they're going to get things going again for the Flyers.
And we've heard some rumblings of some transfers. A lot of players have transferred. I know players from Dixie who went to Pineview, Snow Canyon. There's a few going to Desert Hills, and so they've kind of had a little bit of an exodus there. I think this will steady the ship a little bit.
Yes.
Misi is one of the good ones.
He's a really good coach.
But boy, his daughters are volleyball players too. Watch out for them on the Snow Canyon volleyball team last year. All right, girls bracket. Here we go. Dixie is the number one overall seed. Casey winners and the Flyers region championship, first in 45 years, and they get the number one overall seed. How about that for the Lady Flyers? This is a fun team. They had a couple losses in region play, but that was it. They've really, really done an incredible job. Izzy Hollingshead, Addie Winters. They've got some upperclassmen leaders of this team, like Stilson, and and Orton is a young sophomore that's good. They've got some playmakers, and they are the number one overall seed. And I feel like, anybody in the top 8 probably can win a state championship on the girls' side. It is not Ridgeline and Snow Canyon, the clear-cut, favorite and runner-up the last couple years. Snow Canyon and Ridgeline played for it last year. Skinner and the Riverhawks, had a little dynasty going. She's off to Duke. Of course, Snow Canyon graduates. Kelly Howard and Tylee Jensen and Livy Hamlin, and now you got this new core group for Coach Sue Hoskins and the Lady Warriors, but they had their hands full reload year this year, as Dixie is the 1, but Pineview is the 3. Desert Hills is the 4, and Snow Canyon, who played in the state championship game last year, they end up the 5 seed. Sandwiched in the middle there is the 2 seed Green Canyon.
The Wolves.
The Wolves got a really good girls basketball program this year. First round matchups look like this. You've got Tooele and Hurricane. Hurricane on the road up there at Tooele. You've got Cedar hosting Park City. And you've got Crimson Cliffs going on the road to Skyview. Those will be the matchups for, Wednesday. Those games will be on Wednesday. And you look at Pineview. If Crimson can upset Skyview on the road, they would play Pineview. Desert Hills will await the winner of Judge Memorial Bell River. Snow Canyon is waiting for the winner of Uinta and Highland. And Dixie will get the winner of Cottonwood and Jordan.
Yeah. Pineview, sneaky team. I remember them from last year. Reese Guston, Ella Fiafia. I mean, they've got some studs, so they can really hang. I think they're going to be a team that makes a deep run in this girls' tournament. So should be fun.
I agree. All right, final break. We'll be back.
No, we don't have a break.
Oh, we don't have a break?
No.
Oh, I was going to take a break.
We're rolling through, baby.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's the best news I've gotten since the Seahawks news yesterday. They won the Super Bowl.
You like a clear runway.
That's right.
Yeah.
I looked down. I was like, man, the show's flying by. It's already 8:47. I was thinking we got to get to a final break, but that's the best news I've got all day. I love it. Okay. But any other thoughts on the boys or girls states brackets before we move along?
I think on the boys bracket, the matchups as far as the second round is what I'm really anticipating, because first round games, I think the Region 9 teams are going to hold serve. I think Snow Cane's going to win. I think Desert Hill's going to win. But the second round is where it really intensifies. You know, you get a lot of the low seeds gone and then really start whittling our way down to the Purple Palace. So I'm just really excited for it to get going. Playoffs, any high school sport, baseball, basketball, football, always fun. And there's going to be some upsets. Like you always say, expect the unexpected, not only with Region 9, but some of these northern teams we don't know a ton about and haven't seen a ton of this season will be fun to see as well. So this will be a great tournament.
I mean, we've seen Provo there down here for the Coach Walk.
Yes, saw them a couple times.
We saw Juan Diego at the Snow Canyon tournament.
Yeah.
So we've seen the Soaring Eagles, but we haven't seen a lot of the teams from Cache Valley. There wasn't a lot of crossover this year.
Yeah.
You know, we remember Cottonwood from last year's run. Of course, Payson, who won it, they moved back up to 5A. I hate it when a team comes down and then has to bounce back up after winning a state championship.
That's right.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It happened in a couple sports this year. Hillcrest in drill was 4A champs, and then they bumped them back up this year. Anyway, brackets are out. Go look at them. We'll be talking to coaches throughout the playoff run. We will be heading up to Weber State February 18th. Okay, we get those quarterfinals. All right, and then the off day is the 19th.
Yeah.
And then the semis will be the 20th, and then the finals will be at Weber State University on the 21st.
All right.
And the girls' game, I think, what'll be like, what is it, noon or 1 o'clock? And then the boys' state championship will be right after, about 3:30. Okay. So those will be on the 21st. Can you believe it? That early in February?
Crazy.
I mean, the high school basketball season is a quick 3 months.
It's condensed.
Yeah. I mean, from Thanksgiving to President's Day weekend, and you're done.
That's right.
Pretty much it. I mean, President's Day weekend is next Monday, a little bit after that, but you get the idea. It goes by so fast. The teams, the coaches, the preparation, the playoffs, this is what you play for. I ask you this, Paulie. Will a Region 9 champion be more likely in boys basketball or girls basketball this year, in your opinion?
Ooh.
I think there's a chance for both.
I think there's a chance for both, but I'd probably lean girls. Probably lean with the Flyers. They seem to be having like a once in a millennium type, or not millennium, century type run. It's been, almost a half century since they've won one.
Was it 96?
No, when I thought you said
45 years since they won a region title.
Yeah, a region title. That's what I mean.
I don't think the Dixie girls basketball has ever won a state
title. That's what I mean. But it's been 45 years for a region title. This could just be a special year for the Flyers girls basketball team.
Dixie High School opened in 1911.
Yeah.
1911. Mm-hmm. And I'd have to go. And then don't quote me on that. I'll go double check that. But I don't believe they've ever got one.
I think this is a special year for them. So
Casey, dude, I've always thought Casey's an incredible coach.
Did a great job last year with the team. They made a nice run to the Cedar and the state playoffs, and so I think they're prime for another special year. Pineview as well. I was mentioning them. I think they can make a deep run on the girls' side. On the boys' side, it's just like Provo's kind of the unknown. We saw them early in the season. They've obviously become a very good team throughout the year. So we'll see how. And I remember watching them. They got some really good athletes on their team. So that's an element of surprise. How will Provo do? But as far as our teams in region, I've got a lot of faith in Crimson Cliffs, Pineview, Hurricane, and Dixie to all do things this state run. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Tara, what are your thoughts on the brackets?
I would agree. I think the girls have a really great shot at taking home the state title. I like Dixie. I like Snow Canyon. So it'll be fun to watch them. And I'm excited for the men's too.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's more likely that both win a state championship than not. I would say the odds that I mean, you look at the seeding there, and on those brackets, there, the one is not for Region 9 on the boys' side, but it is on the girls' side. And then you look at, all those seeds in the top 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we have 4 Region 9 teams in the top 5 in boys and girls.
Yes, it's very impressive.
That increases your odds dramatically that we could have, 2 Region 9 champs.
Yes.
Start, championship trophy stacking like the Seahawks.
Yes.
Right.
Get the parades back here in town. Looks like the Seahawks parade in Seattle. We need the fire trucks going down the streets, all that. We need both. We need 2 celebrations. So I hope it happens.
I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. Let's
do it at the end of the show. Best thing you saw from last night in the Super Bowl. You weren't here for the best. We didn't really do best thing today, but we'll do it late in the show. I want to know your best thing from the entire night last night.
Streaker.
Did anybody ever see the video of that?
No, they don't give them their shine anymore.
No. I know. I'm wondering if was there a prop bet on a streaker?
Let me check that.
Yeah.
I think there was. Yeah,
There's a prop bet on everything. There's 600 prop bets.
Yep. Let me look and make sure there was. I'm pretty sure there was.
I guarantee there was.
I think I got the most excited in the game last night on the. Well, that was kind of, I don't know, it's hard because I jumped out of my chair multiple times. The Barner touchdown, obviously, the first touchdown of the game, and the pick 6, those 2 plays. But I got really stoked on the Byron Murphy fumble recovery that Woolen forced. For some reason, that felt like at the time that play came, the maybe the most exciting play of the game for me. Probably that one. Because we had 6 sacks and we were coming after Drake May. That one kind of resonates with me.
Yeah.
Because one of those Woolen blitzes was, I loved it when they with Coach Mike McDonald turning him loose. And look, you get better in free agency, and I can't give Mike McDonald all the credit. I got to give John Snyder a ton of credit. In the new GM game, he has built a different type of roster so quickly. I mean, post Russell Wilson, post Geno Smith, post Tyler Lockett, post DK Metcalf, who are still, DK and Geno still have gas left in the tank, especially DK. Yeah. And, you might have some Hall of Famers in the making on this team, and Mike McDonald could be the next Sean McVay. He's young. Third youngest coach ever to win a Super Bowl, 38 years old.
Very impressive.
And used to be coaches and players had all the juice. Now players have the juice in the National Football League. But this team loved playing for each other. They loved the camaraderie. They were a tight-knit unit. I mean, I think trading Russell Wilson when he still had value was probably the biggest thing John Snyder will be remembered for to date.
That's right.
But then it's not just that move; it's all the other moves. Yeah. And he landed Leonard Williams, disruptive D tackle. Went and got Ernest Jones, who's a second-team All-Pro guy by the AP when the Rams and the Titans had given up on him. Goes and trades for Rashid Shaheed, whose punt return touchdown in Week 16, the game I went to, Seattle and the Rams, helped him seal the top seed away from the Rams, and that made the path easier to go win the Lombardi Trophy. He's not afraid to move on from players at the right time. So I got to give John Schneider a ton of credit.
That's right. Heading into the offseason, the big question everyone's asking.
New England, though.
What would John do?
Yep. In John, we trust. 13th team to reach the Super Bowl after having a losing record the previous season. That's got to be exciting in Boston, right? Really exciting for them moving forward. Now, Seattle does have some free agents.
Yeah. Kenneth, the Super Bowl MVP, going to be set to hit the open market.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see what this team can do in the future. The future is now. Soak it up, enjoy it. But I can't stop to think how young this team is. A lot of 21 and 22-year-olds. I mean, Sam Darnold is one of the elder statesmen, and he's 28 years old. He's got another season before he hits his 30. And we see quarterbacks play really into their prime, into their 30s nowadays, guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Sammy D, Super Bowl champ, and he's only 28.
He is.
That's exciting for Seahawks fans out there.
That's right. A lot of juice left in that bottle for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and when the Rams were finishing the 3-3 in their final 6 games and blowing the top seed, Sam Darnold just got hot.
Yeah.
No turnovers in the postseason for Seattle offense.
And that was
3 games, no
with him.
turnovers.
You know, a lot of people thought, and me included, that he was going to just have the game where he just let down.
Yeah.
But he never did.
What was the biggest play of the game for you? What stood out? What was...
I would say the Nwosu 6. That's probably the biggest play. It changed the whole dynamic. The Drake May interception, too, when they were kind of mounting a little bit of momentum, that kind of killed the Patriots. Those were 2 of the biggest plays for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I lost all hope.
That's when she took off her little Patriots, little cutout.
Yeah, that's when I took off my taped on Patriots logo and folded it up and threw it in the garbage.
I tried to warn you, Tara. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you all week, 30-17. We're the better team. We're the better team. New England hasn't played a team like us. But look, I give you credit. You stuck to your guns.
She did.
You love May. I left the game yesterday with more of appreciation for Drake May. I mean, his post game, we played it earlier in the show.
Yeah.
The emotion, the comments about his coach. You're sitting there and you're heartbroken. You only think about dreaming to win the Super Bowl. You never think about how do you handle it if you lost.
Sure. Like Cam Newton, you remember how he handled it after he lost? Would barely even take questions.
He was just devastated.
He was despondent, not answering questions. Like Drake May was holding back tears.
Yeah.
Still answering every single question thrown at him.
That's class.
That is.
That's sportsmanship, and that's a kid that cares.
Yes.
And I would play with him or want him on my team any day of the week.
Yeah.
They just got outplayed and outcoached. I mean, they're just a better roster, well constructed, and they got outcoached. I really thought McDonald out schemed McDaniels. I mean, where was Diggs all day? You couldn't get Hunter Henry involved. The running backs, there wasn't a lot of room to run. They were, the blitz, they were having trouble. Both teams were having trouble picking up the blitz yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Seattle blitzed a lot more than normal.
Yeah.
From different people that you didn't see on film a lot either.
We tied in our little prop contest, by the way,
did.
too.
We all got 5.
Not surprising.
A lot of unders.
But Devin did pick Walker for
MVP.
K9 for MVP, so that's probably the tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. We'll give it to
Even
you.
though
It's
we
your
did.
day,
He's been so hot in the postseason. He has been so hot in the postseason. Yeah. K9.
Right.
Dad was at the game for the first time ever. All right. Monday, good. So just getting the week started. Hope you'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.